rope, and this is the photograph. He took it from 125 miles distance or 201 kilometers. You can observe here the mountain, this little hill right here. Everything is showing in the photograph, and that's what you see right here. This is the photograph, a record-breaking photograph from Shima province, 201 kilometers away, 125 miles away from Mount Fuji, and that's the picture that he took, record-breaking picture at a distance of 125 miles, proving that Earth is not a globe.
This is a photo of Mount Fuji taken from a distance of 125 miles away. As you can see, half of it is not visible. Even though this picture does not prove the Earth is flat, but flat earther named Flat Earth Banjo thinks that this photo is the proof that he's looking for of a flat Earth. On a day with zero refraction, you would only see 3,874 feet of Mount Fuji from a distance of 125 miles at sea level. The Mount Fuji photo in question was taken from a town called Shima, which is about 125 miles south-southwest of Mount Fuji.
Now we know, club believers will say that's refraction, but it's not refraction. There's just no curvature.
Even with refraction, this photo clearly shows curvature. Half of Mount Fuji is missing. Look at this. Okay, here's Wikipedia's definition of atmospheric refraction. Basically, it is the deviation of light or other electromagnetic waves from a straight line as it passes through the atmosphere due to the variation in air density as a function of height. With that said, atmospheric refraction near the ground produces mirages. Such refraction can also raise or lower, or stretch or shorten, the images of distant objects without involving mirages, depending on the temperature at the surface, the temperature far above the surface, and the temperature gradient as well. Look at this diagram of refraction. Okay, it's a basic diagram. It shows you what's going on. Near the surface of the water, you have colder, denser air. Then you have the duct, and on top of that, you have hotter, lighter air. So any distant objects that would normally be hidden by the Earth's curvature can easily be seen with this type of refraction, called a superior mirage. Okay, this right here is a complex superior mirage called Fata Morgana. Sometimes you see part of the island, and sometimes you see most of the island, depending on the conditions of that day that the photo was taken. Here's the Earth curve calculator with refraction taken into account, a temperature of about 72 degrees, vertical temperature gradient in Fahrenheit over feet, showing that the air is getting a little bit colder as you go higher. This results in 8,472 feet hidden of Mount Fuji and 3,916 feet visible on a day with standard refraction. Bear in mind, refraction can vary, especially on colder days. On colder days, refraction is much greater than on days that is warmer, especially over cold bodies of water when the water temperature and the air temperature near the water surface is colder than the air above it. Now take a look at this. When viewing from sea level and the temperature at sea level as well as the body of water is at about, let's say, 60 degrees, okay? But the air gets slightly warmer as you go higher in elevation. This would be a day that refraction is a little bit stronger than the previous situation, okay? Mount Fuji would only have 7,184 feet hidden, and which means you would see 5,200 feet, which is almost a mile, of the top part of Mount Fuji, which means you'd be seeing about 42% of Mount Fuji from sea level at a distance of 125 miles away from Mount Fuji. Anything below that red line there is hidden when viewed from 125 miles away. That red line represents around the 7,000 foot level, give or take about 100 feet or so, or 200 feet. So even on a day with strong refraction, when viewed from 125 miles away, Mount Fuji still shows majority of the mountain below the horizon in this photo. This photo of Mount Fuji taken from the distance of 125 miles away does not prove a flat Earth in any way, shape, or form. I'm willing to bet that the water down there and the air right above it is probably around 60 degrees Fahrenheit, and maybe about 20-30 feet above that, maybe about 5 or 10 degrees warmer. Okay, here's a comparison photo between the two. If the Earth were truly flat, you'd be able to see the entire mountain of Mount Fuji. Even on a day with strong refraction, the majority of Mount Fuji is still hidden when viewed from 125 miles away from the point of sea level. Case closed. The Earth is not flat. It is a globe. By the way, Flat Earth Banjo, if you're hearing this, congratulations, you just proved curvature. Great job. Here are some suggestions for taking photos of long-distance objects. Number 1, take the temperature of the water and the air near the surface. Number 2, take the air temperature 20 to 100 feet above the water. Number 3, take your photo. Number 4, repeat steps 1 through 3 in the morning, the afternoon, evening, and on different days in all seasons for a minimum of at least 30 times. And for you flat earthers, lastly, but certainly not least, take a photo of a land-based object located more than 2,000 miles or 3,000 kilometers away from you. For example, take a photo of Mauna Kea from a viewpoint in Los Angeles, California. Now, if you find it difficult to do such a photo, then you'll know why. Have a nice day.